All right, ready for some terrible dissonance? Awesome. So commissioners, I apologize for the delay. We will be speaking with our IT team after this. If anything, I'm happy to take any additional correspondence you might have regarding this incident. I'm sorry to say that we apparently were not provided login information for one of these functions, but we are now recording and your mics are working as well. So I apologize again for the delay, and we can begin the meeting as a technical standpoint.
All right, we're going to call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from January 14th, 2026 meeting, or July 14th, 2026 meeting.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. We approve the minutes as written. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Agenda item number 2, request for postponement. Staff.
We don't have any other items request to be postponed.
All right, agenda item number 3, it's a public workshop, a concept plan for the Summit Point Automotive Research Center shooting range expansion. The proposal consists of 12,000 square foot, a 150 by 80 foot structure to cover the existing gravel shooting range and to expand the gravel area to a more rectangular shape. The structure is intended to act as a roof over the gravel area of the range. Property owner, Christopher Roderick. Applicant, Summit Point Automotive Research Center, LLC. Property location, 201 Motorsports Park Circle, Summit Point, West Virginia. Parcel ID is there. Size of 60.99 acres. Zoning district rural. Staff.
Thank you. So the proposal before you today is a concept plan that has one component. So it has gone before a staff. They proposed this. Essentially, they gave us the application. And from there, after it was first deemed sufficient, it was then sent out to the reviewing agencies, which I'll come back to. And since then, we've done another round of comments, and it is now deemed complete. So that is why it is before you here tonight as a public workshop. The project in question, as I believe I've mentioned once before, is to put a cover over a shooting range that is currently in existence. It is already impervious. However, the addition of a roof is how our engineering team defines a structure. And due to the square footage of the proposal, that is what triggers the concept plan process for this. So you have the numbers before you, but it is already over an existing site. There is a mild expansion as well to it, so it is slightly changing the scope, but I'll leave that up to the applicant for their additional discussion. I wanted to note a few things before we get to the applicant presentation. As I mentioned, staff has deemed their concept plan is complete. They have no outstanding comments. We've also not received any letters from one of our reviewing agencies since it was sent out. The project has been properly noticed at this time. This is not a typical meeting, as you guys know, but to make sure that we met all of our notice requirements, that is why we are here this evening. The zoning determination is also included in the packet. This mostly speaks to the fact it's an adult educational facility. And as I mentioned, this project expansion of literally putting a roof over the existing shooting range is essentially an amenity to that usage. I believe I'll leave the rest for the applicant to speak to, but as they come up, I want to make one final note here. I know this isn't the first, this first concept plan for some people. The way that the ordinance itself is written as the purpose of this public workshop is to both present and get public comments before extensive engineering is done on a project. And additionally, the texts I've included here is that the Planning Commission shall direct the preparation of a site plan subject to conditions to be addressed in the site plan application. So this is about setting giving direction to putting together of that site plan. And additionally, so they have currently found in conformance with what their proposal is. The intent is literally, as stated in the text, is to guide the developer in putting together of that site plan. So this is not one where there is a conditions of approval, like a waiver. This is the giving of direction for putting in their next administrative test. They would not be coming before you again unless a waiver, for example, is requested. And at this time, and after several discussions with the applicant, we do not anticipate one would be needed. So this would be the one time it comes before the Planning Commission for processing this project. And for the rest, I'd hand it over to the applicant.
Applicant, you come forward, state your name, present.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Christopher Roderick. I am the Director of Facilities at Summit Point Training Facility. Test. I'm John Eisenhower with Integrity Federal Services. I'm the engineer on the project. Just as Luke said, I mean, it's pretty short and sweet. He fully explained what we're looking to do, a minor modification to the existing range, really designed to bring the structure into compliance for its usage, being like I had explained last time during our waiver hearing, as a federal law enforcement agency that has their own requirements, and therefore this is our presentation for it. The only other thing I would add is from a stormwater management perspective, we have adequate existing facilities to treat the impervious area that's proposed with the structure.
Commissioners, you have any questions for the applicant?
I just got I got one question. I mean, as far as the sound from the gunshots, it'd be about the same. I mean, what do you have a berm around this thing? I'm just more curious than anything.
Yeah, it's surrounded. So this is like a specific, just one aisle of the range. There are several. I don't know off the top of my head. This will be the fourth. It's the fourth range we have. So it has embankments on all three sides.
More curious. Okay, thank you.
And the roof would essentially help minimize some of the sound as well.
It does, absolutely. Obviously, I don't have the data to show it, but of course it does.
Commissioners, anything else?
Yeah, just recommendations. One, and I'll make these comments possibly later in our motion. I have a better understanding what the operation's about and necessities and a lot of the federal requirements that are needed. I do believe this use has obviously been there for a while. In general, it sounds like it's something that's generally supported, but I would also encourage the applicant to come forward with some sort of overall schematic of what the future plans might be, understanding that your requirements may change over time as the government changes its requirements, particularly in this current environment, funding environment and contracting environment. So I would encourage y'all to come back with something that's a little more comprehensive. So I think that helps not only this commission, the county commission, as well as the public understand what the futures might look like for this site overall. So I would make that recommendation. And I'm assuming these are all your firing points are going to be housed underneath this structure for this particular lane of fire. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. All 150 feet will be the firing range.
And just for another comment for the applicant, while this process moves forward, I recommend also providing, and this for the engineer, providing in section across the range so that the commission can understand what the elevations look like. Having an architecture and engineering background, I can kind of figure out what's going on here, but at this scale, it kind of doesn't really do justice to make sure that the commission is aware of that you've taken all the safety procedures necessary for a firing range. That's all I have. Thank you, sir.
Okay, understood.
So this firing range, it's already there. We're just putting a roof over it. That's all we're doing. Gotcha.
Seems like a slam.
Any commissioners, anything else? Put your mic on.
Quick stormwater question. So it's just that little additional gravel that is the additional impervious, that little.
Yeah, there's very little additional impervious area. There's about 1.1 acres of remaining impervious area that the facility can handle after this is constructed.
Yeah.
Anything else for the applicant? If not, we'll open up for public comment. Has anyone signed up?
We do not have anyone signed up.
Since no one signed up, we're going to close public comment.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the applicant to proceed to the site plan phase of the process.
Second.
It's been properly moved to second that we approve the concept plan? Any discussion?
This will be for staff, just as this moves forward, please ensure we try to look at this in section. Again, assuring safety is paramount with this activity, which I believe is supportable over time. It has been, and I don't necessarily have a problem with the use, but I want to ensure that we can, the county can assuredly understand that we're following some basic procedures for this type of operation, which safe danger zones and things like that, that we need to understand in elevation. That's all I had. Thank you.
Speaking for staff, we will make sure that they're meeting all of our requirements and of course, following best practices and having permits that are required. On a motion level, there wasn't anything to add to the motion, correct? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
And just speaking for myself, this is a great investment for supporting defense industry. And this gives us the capability to be all year, all weather capable, to be competitive with defense industries and to recruit and grow. So I'm very supportive of this motion.
Anything else, commissioners? I mean, this is your time for the direction of the concept plan. All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next is agenda item number 4, reports from legal counsel.
Unfortunately, staff is unable to say where legal counsel is at this time. I would note that Mr. Saunders, had you had any engineering relevant questions, would be available on phone, but he is just coming back from leave. But I would guess that we have nothing from legal counsel at this time.
Okay. Number 5, planner's memo.
The next meeting will be in August, and I'm only saying August because I'm not remembering the day. Sounds like the 11th.
Number 6, president's report. I have none. Number 7, actionable correspondence.
We have not received any actionable or non-actionable correspondence for this meeting.
All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Been properly moved and second we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Thank you, commissioners.
Good meeting.